I believe that traveling is a form of medicine and can really help you live a better life. That is why the slogan for the channel is never stop traveling. So here are the top 20 places that you need to visit this year if you're able to start planning your next vacation destination. Starting off the list is the one and only New York City. Now, who would not want to say that they visited the busiest city in America? New York City offers something for everyone, and you can spend weeks here and not even see it all. Now, I've been lucky enough to visit the city, and honestly, I cannot stop thinking about the food. From restaurants every 10 feet, from the food carts along the street. Yes, those gyros are as good as they look. Now trust me on this, you will not go hungry in New York City and you will not be bored. Heading down to southern Georgia for Savannah. In 3 words describe this wonderful little city. History, history, history. Savannah is not only a beautiful place to visit, it's a place that offers things that you really won't be able to experience in most of the cities on this top 20. Plus, you're located minutes away from Tybee Island, one of America's most underrated and not talked about enough beaches. Heading south to beautiful Miami, the city of sun, because this is a vacation destination that is perfect for anyone who loves the beach, sun, and a good time. You are going to find so many fun things to do in Miami, plus, with pretty much perfect weather year-round, seriously, Miami is just about perfect when it comes to weather. And you are going to fall in love with Florida's largest city. And besides, who doesn't enjoy palm trees, sunsets, beautiful people, and delicious food? Charleston, South Carolina. Just like Savannah, Charleston is all about history. This city is hands down one of the most beautiful ones you'll ever visit. I highly recommend spending a few days here exploring everything Charleston has to offer, because trust me, it's so worth it. And if you visit Charleston in the summertime, then I highly recommend checking out the public beach at Kiowa Island. This is one of the best beaches in the area, and trust me, Kiowa Island is absolutely gorgeous. Heading out west for the Grand Canyon, and just about 5 million people visit this amazing place each and every year. And while that number might seem a little low to you, it really is impressive when you consider just how out of the way the Grand Canyon is. By far, this is one of the most breathtaking things you'll ever see in your lifetime, and I cannot recommend it enough. Las Vegas, aka Sin City, which is the place that never sleeps and the entertainment capital of the world. What more can you ask for? Vegas is so much more than the casinos. In fact, you can go there just to enjoy the weather, the views, the pools, entertainment, and all the restaurants. And here's a tip: if you or someone you know is planning a trip to Vegas, then be sure to check out our top 10 restaurant list showcasing the most recommended restaurants in all of Vegas. You can find a link for that video in the description. Heading to Ohio for the next place. And you're probably wondering why just Ohio is on the list. But it really is quite simple. In the summertime, Ohio is a very happening place. From the beautiful Lake Erie to all of the other great things that you can see and do on this top 10, Ohio is a place that you do not want to sleep on. Especially if you're like me and love roller coasters. You can't go wrong with Kings Island and of course, Cedar Point. Los Angeles. I could create a whole video on all the reasons why you need to visit the LA area. It's that worthy of a trip. But if we can get this video to 100 likes, then I will release my LA vacation guide on the channel. So be sure to give this video a like. Only in the LA area, you can snow ski in the morning and then drive an hour and enjoy the beautiful beaches of Southern California. The weather is all but perfect because it hardly ever rains in the LA area and it's hardly ever cold. And if you love theme parks, then you have to get out to experience Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm, Universal Studios Hollywood, and of course, Six Flags Magic Mountain. The southernmost city in all of America, Key West. Now we already know that Florida is one of the most beautiful states in America, but how many of you have been lucky enough to visit Key West and the Florida Keys? It really is a whole new world down there and is something that I really hope that you are able to experience. And if you love Key West, then do not miss this top 10 showcasing the best restaurants on the island. From Key West to Hawaii. And just like Ohio, instead of listing just one destination for this beautiful state, and yes, I really do not classify Ohio as Hawaii beautiful. Totally different types of beautiful. This place is so awesome and so beautiful. In my opinion, all of Hawaii needs to be talked about. There are so many different places to see and explore that you're just gonna fall in love with. From the beaches to the sunsets to the volcanoes, Hawaii is a traveler's paradise. While this next location is far from paradise, if you like history and culture, then you're going to love visiting Washington, D.C. I know it's kind of a culture shock to go from beautiful Hawaii to Washington, D.C., but the nation's capital is a great place to visit, like I said, if you're into the history and want to check out the many museums in the area. I highly recommend taking in the views from the Washington Monument and try to plan doing that on a clear day to maximize the views. Heading to the desert for Phoenix, Arizona. If you have never experienced visiting the desert, then you really do need to consider it. That is what makes Phoenix the perfect vacation spot, because you're able to still enjoy a beautiful city and all of its amenities, all while being surrounded by the desert. Seriously, Phoenix is legit awesome. Next up is the Big Easy, New Orleans. And something that you must know is only plan on heading down to this amazing city if you're ready to partake in some of the best food that you've ever had in your entire life. Also, you're going to meet some of the most friendly people here as well. New Orleans is a great city to explore, to learn about the history, heritage, and the Southern way of living. You'll love it, especially Bourbon Street. Now talk about a good time. Next up is the city of theme parks, Orlando, Florida. With so many parks, 10, and roller coasters over 20, you're gonna have the time of your life in Orlando. But the good news is, there's so much more to see and do in Orlando besides the theme parks. After living in the area for 8 years, this beautiful city is a very special place that you'll not want to leave. Trust me, it's very hard to leave Orlando. Heading up the Atlantic coast for North Carolina's Outer Banks. And while I would only recommend visiting from April through September because of the weather, the beaches along the Outer Banks are some of the best here in all of America. You'll get to experience some amazing sand, dark blue water, and some of the best sunrises you'll ever find. Not to mention, but the food is really good too. From beaches to mountains for this next one, the Smoky Mountains. From exploring the beautiful Smoky Mountain National Park to taking in the sights when you scroll through downtown Gatlinburg, the Smoky Mountains offers it all. And I cannot recommend checking out Anakeesta. This must-visit place is awesome, and it's a brand new attraction on top of the mountain, and you gotta see it. And located just outside of the Smoky Mountains is Pigeon Forge, a very up-and-coming entertainment district that includes Dollywood. By far, the best overall theme park that is not located in Florida or California. And if you happen to be in the planning stages for a trip to the area, then I hope you'll find our top 10 places to stay in Pigeon Forge video to be very resourceful. Myrtle Beach. Over the recent years, Myrtle Beach has really gotten a lot nicer and cleaner. There are tons of fun things to see and do for everyone, and you'll enjoy the endless miles of beaches. Now what I recommend is staying in North Myrtle or Surfside just south of Myrtle, because they're a little nicer and much quieter, and then explore Myrtle for restaurants and other attractions. If you are planning a trip to Myrtle, then you have to watch this very informative video on how you can save money and time while visiting Myrtle Beach. And you can find a link to our Myrtle Beach vacation guide in the description of this video. From the coast of South Carolina all the way out to California for Yosemite National Park, featuring breathtaking views galore. Go check out Yosemite Falls, one of the largest waterfalls in the entire world. Then go explore the rest of the park at your own pace and just take in the beauty around every corner. But warning, prepare yourself because you're going to be taking a ton of photos. To cap off this top 20 places to visit this year, we have 2 wonderful locations to talk about still. And the first one is Colorado's Rocky Mountains. It's really hard to pinpoint a specific location, but a lot of that has to do with what time of year you plan on visiting, summer or during the ski season. There are so many great things to do while you're exploring the Rockies. It really makes this a must visit for a great vacation, no matter the time of year. And finally, Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA. You're gonna find amazing live music, bars, entertainment, more live music, amazing food, and even more live music. Nashville is located right in the middle of Tennessee and is one of the nicest cities that you'll ever see here in America. And even if you don't drink, Nashville is a wonderful place to visit. So there you have it, the top 20 places here in America that you need to visit. Which locations on this top 20 have you visited before? Please let me know in the comments. As well as any other cities that you think should have been on this top 20, feel free to let me know. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Remember to smile today, think positive, and never stop traveling.